Hello, everybody. My name is Kara Kanak, and I am one of the co-owners of Des Moines Mom. And we are chatting today with Anna Horvath, and she is the owner of Grace Ballet Studio or Grace Ballet and Acrobat Studio. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah.
Great. And Anna, can you introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yes. So I'm Anna Horvath. I have been the owner and the founder of Grace Ballet and Acrobatics Studio for 21 years now. I am a mom of 4 kids myself, and I just love being able to bring joy and learning and community together in our studio here. And we have 4 locations:
Okay.
Ankeny, Des Moines, Marshalltown, and Indianola.
Wow. I did not realize that you had 4 locations. That's amazing. I
I know.
should have known that. So tell me a little bit about your classes and like the types of things that you offer there.
Yeah, so we have classes beginning at age 2.5. They don't have to be potty trained yet. It can be their first exploration with the class, all the way through a pre-professional dancer with our company that we actually have here as well. And we teach ballet, acrobatics, tap, point, and contemporary class.
Okay. Tell me, how does acrobatics differ from like tumbling then or gymnastics?
Yeah, acrobatics has 4 main elements. So you've got balancing, limbering, tumbling, strength, and flexibility. So it's really such a well-rounded program for acrobats. And every one of our teachers here at the studio is internationally certified with acrobatic arts to make sure that every class is taught in a very safe and structured way.
Okay. That sounds really cool. So what are some of like, if I've got somebody who's just kind of starting off, what would you recommend as far as classes for them?
Totally depends on their age. So whatever age they are, then we can help find the exact right fit for you. But we do have acrobatics or dance classes for every age group. So the length might be 30 minutes if you start at 2.5, or at age 5, they're doing a 45-minute combo class with ballet and tap, all the way up to a high schooler who could come 3, 4, 5 times a week.
Okay. That sounds really good. We are slowly diving into like the whole world of dance. And so all of these things are very new to me because it's a lot different than, when I was my daughter's age, which is 5. So
Right.
tell me a little bit about the studio and like some of the guiding principles.
So we have 3 main guiding principles. The first is that we aim to share the gospel of grace through the splendor of dance, meaning we are a Christian ballet studio and we want everything that we do in word, in deed, how we encourage your students, how they're treated in class and how families are, to all be something that shares the gospel. We also celebrate childhood, and the way that we do that is making sure that everything from the way that they dance to the music they're hearing to the costumes they're wearing each week or on the stage are all appropriate for children. And then the last is that we encourage excellence. So the way that we do that is not by demanding perfection, but encouraging each student to come to an excellent standard that we have as the only school in Iowa that is actually certified not only with acrobatic arts, but also with the Royal Academy of Dance out of London.
That's amazing. I
Mhm.
I personally know like my husband and I have talked a lot about like, okay, we are putting our kindergartner in dance,
Mhm.
what type of costumes, what type of music are
Mhm.
they going to be hearing? Like what types of moves? Like, some things are just
Right.
inappropriate at these like little ages. And that's awesome to hear
Yeah.
that about your studio.
Yeah, begin as you mean to go, right? I mean, if you want your teenager to dance like Beyonce, that's totally your choice. There's a place for that, for you to go and learn that. But if that's not where you aim to end up with your teenager, then we would recommend you start the way that you want to end. So that means that whether you come here and you see a teenage class or you see a 2.5-year-old class, that they're all going to be doing things that are honoring to their body and to each other.
Yeah. That's so important. I think, how you said you focus on the whole child and not just the body. I think that's super important. Can you explain a little bit about like how that looks every day?
Well, this kind of started for me, I mean, during this whole COVID time. I think all of us parents were in the same boat of trying to navigate how we care for our own kids the best, right? And my daughter has given me permission to share this, but when in May, with only Zoom dance class and only Zoom school and only Zoom friends and only Zoom music lessons, like everything was taken away, she tried to run away from home. She was overwhelmed, and she told me she was so lonely, she was going to run away. And I think that there are children all over who are desperate for their entire being to be nurtured. And so only keeping them safe from one aspect, their physical body, is missing out on the fact that they have emotional, social, mental, and spiritual needs. And so our goal here at the studio is to be a place where everyone can come and be at their own level. So if you want your kid to wear a mask, they can, but we will not mandate that. Our teachers don't wear masks because we want to connect emotionally with your child through our expression and through our talk. And it's just a way for us to really focus on the whole child, the whole family, not just one part.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that, because we're living in unprecedented times. I saw a mom the other day and she's like, I would like to go back to living in unprecedented times. I'm like,
Yes.
oh, would everybody? But tell me a little bit about, what you guys are doing with COVID.
So when kids come in, they all get hand sanitizer before class. They get it when they leave the class as well. We don't have any shared props, so anything that a child would touch gets completely cleaned and air dried before any other class would use it. We obviously wipe down surfaces and clean more than we ever had before. But at the same time, while we're doing that, we're also making sure that kids just still have the opportunity to be kids. A 2.5-year-old does not know how to socially distance. And we know that, and we embrace that, and we realize that for them, the lowest risk category possible for this, we have to nurture every other part of them as well.
Mm-hmm. Has class size or anything changed since, with fall and registration this year?
Yeah, we had already walked into the year. So we make our fall schedule really early so that parents can sign up early. And we had already made our class sizes smaller intentionally anyways. So most of our class sizes are 12 or under. And that just gives us a lot of opportunity to really connect with them. And we have a large, beautiful space with lots of space. So every kid has enough room to dance in a place that makes them feel comfortable.
Yeah, that sounds good. That makes sense to me. Tell me about your desire to build, community within your studio and the kiddos that are attending there.
So for us, I feel like it's not just community of the children, but also of parents. I know that we've had some groups of parents who have gone through hard times, the loss of a child, or the loss of a baby, or a husband being deployed, or sickness, and that all the families who knew them and were with them in class have come around and taken care of them. And like we really have built a place where not only the child can come and find a friend, but that while the kids are in there dancing, that the parents connect with each other. And cute story from this morning, I was teaching a little 4-year-old class and I was asking them all their names. It was our first week. And I said, tell me something that you loved about summer. And this little 4-year-old said, the best part of my summer is coming back to dance class and seeing my best friend.
Oh,
It was just so like, oh, like this is the moment they've been looking for, connecting with another child who they love.
yeah. Connection and community. I think, this spring when we were all having to stay in our houses and stay away from all of, our people, we soon realized how important those connections were. And, we try and make up with doing, Zoom calls and all of those other different things, but you can't replicate in-person connection and creating community that way too.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's say, I'm convinced we're going to sign up, and tell me about fall registration and getting started with classes.
Yeah, so our classes just began this last Monday, but we are still accepting registrations. We would love to have you join us. You can contact us through email or phone. You can also text our phone or Facebook. Another great thing to do to start off with is actually go to our website. So if you go to our website, graceballet.com, you can find there, you can click to get the guide to Grace. So this is an entire portfolio of all of our different levels and what we offer, just so you really have an in-depth knowledge of where your kid would fit and if it's a good fit for your family.
That sounds good. I mean, that's exactly the information that you need to know and know where to start. I guess one other question that I had somebody ask previously, boys and girls for your classes?
Boys and girls. We have a lot of great boy dancers. So boys in dance or boys in acrobatics, they're all welcome for all the different levels. And we love having that mixed gender class because it just kind of allows everyone to learn together. Again, that's kind of building that same community.
Okay. That sounds good. I will go ahead and pop in your information as far as your website and your phone number and where they can find you on Facebook. I forgot to mention at the top of this that we are going to give away a $20 gift card to Smoky Row. So we would love to have you ask any questions, and Anna will be sure to circle back to them. If you have anything else that you would like to, say about your experiences with Grace, we would love to have you comment and share and interact with this post. So I think that's it. Do you have anything else that you would like to share today, Anna?
No, I think that's great. I'm so glad to just be able to share the studio with you, and we really are here for each and every person. So if any questions, any concerns, please come ask.
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in today, and we would love to be able to connect you with Anna in her Grace Ballet and Acrobatics Studio. Thank you.
Thank you.